Homelessness crisis alarm in America's largest cities. It's worse than you think. The United States is widely recognized as a global superpower known for its economic and political dominance, as well as being a hub for innovation and business. However, beneath this progressive surface, the country grapples with serious social issues, one of the most urgent being homelessness. This issue is particularly evident in many major cities like New York, where more than 880,000 people are homeless, a stark contrast to the image of America as a land of opportunity and prosperity. Even in Las Vegas, many homeless people live in underground tunnels, struggling with drug addiction, scavenging through trash and facing daily horrors just to survive. Let's explore 15 U.S. cities facing the highest rates of homelessness and the reasons behind it. Number 15. New York City. New York City, often called the Big Apple, is not only the largest city in the U.S., but also holds the unfortunate title of having the highest homeless population in the country, with over 80,000 people, known as the Land of Opportunity. The city is being overshadowed by a growing homelessness crisis. The cause stems from the increasingly expensive housing market in the U.S., coupled with rising interest rates pushing the number of people unable to afford homes to new heights for years. New York has been a destination for immigrants seeking a better life, with recent arrivals from countries like Colombia, Chad Bundy, Peru, Venezuela, and Madagascar. However, many of these newcomers arrive with hopes of finding shelter, only to face a harsh reality. Although the city is legally obligated to provide shelter to anyone who requests it, the nearly 100,000 new immigrants in the past year have overwhelmed the already overcrowded shelter system. Efforts to alleviate this problem, such as setting up tents and repurposing hotels and office buildings, have been insufficient to meet the demand. Outside intake centers, like the Roosevelt Hotel, migrants are forced to sleep on the streets waiting for temporary housing. The city's shelter system is showing clear signs of strain, and the surge in homelessness, coupled with cuts in federal and state support, has created a severe humanitarian crisis in one of the world's most famous cities. Number 14. Los Angeles, California. Life in Los Angeles, California has become more dangerous than ever. With the worsening homelessness crisis, the city now has approximately 71,120 homeless individuals, ranking second at the nation for the number of people without housing. Despite being hailed as the entertainment capital of the world, the cost of living in Los Angeles continues to rise, leaving many struggling to find affordable housing. From 2020 to 2023, the homeless population increased by 12%, clearly indicating that local government efforts have fallen short in addressing the crisis. One of the most infamous areas for homelessness is Skid Row, where makeshift shelters line the streets among industrial buildings. Some homeless residents even siphon electricity from nearby streetlights to power their shelters. Visitors to Los Angeles often express shock at the vast number of people living on the streets in one of the wealthiest cities in the richest state of the world's richest nation. Clusters of tents and tarp shelters are visible near tourist spots like Hollywood or along the city's highway embankments. Rusty, broken-down mobile homes line the streets near Venice Beach, where multi-million-dollar mansions sit nearby. Many homeless individuals wander under the streets with dirty clothes and greasy beards, while others rummage through trash cans or lie motionless on sidewalks with the scent of urine lingering in the air. Even though the city has managed to house nearly 60,000 homeless people, many others refuse assistance, preferring independence despite precarious living conditions. The stark divide between wealthy residents in areas like Beverly Hills and the homeless in Skid Row clearly highlights the social inequality in Los Angeles. The situation here is further complicated by crime issues, particularly gang violence. Since the 1970s, the city has faced violence from gangs such as the Crips and Bloods, especially in South Los Angeles, where drug and gun-related violence remains a constant threat. Number 13. Seattle, Washington. Seattle is home to around Microsoft, headquartered here. Seattle's rapid economic growth contrasts sharply with its alarming homelessness crisis. The city's wealth, driven by the tech boom, starkly contrasts with the rising number of people living on the streets. A typical story of homelessness in Seattle is that of Kara Bernstein. Like many others, Carrara found refuge in an area known as the Jungle, a notorious makeshift camp beneath a highway famous for its harsh conditions and widespread fear. Despite the dangers, Cara felt safer there after years of wandering the streets. She valued the sense of community in the area, something hard to find elsewhere. Number 12. San Diego, California. San Diego is famous for its ideal climate and beautiful beaches. However, beneath this coastal paradise lies serious social challenges. San Diego now has about 10,264 homeless individuals, ranking fourth among us cities with the largest homeless populations. The city's appeal to tourists and retirees has driven up the cost of living, forcing many longtime residents into poverty. Tracy Bennett. A 54-year-old woman is one of San Diego's homeless residents. She has been forced to move her tent and belongings multiple times due to the city's frequent sidewalk cleanups of camp areas, although she found temporary shelter near the popular gas lamp quarter. Continuous notices from the authorities have kept her on the move for the past 7 years. Tracy believes these evictions fail to address the root causes of the homelessness crisis. "We're not bad people," she says. "We're just in bad situations." Her words resonate, reflecting the frustration shared by many in her position. For Tracy, efforts to clean up homeless camps are a waste of resources and do not offer real solutions. Number 11. Washington, D.C. Washington as the capital of the United States. Washington, D.C. is home to around 4,922 homeless individuals. Currently, 7 out of every 1,000 people in the nation's capital are living on the streets. The government has tried to house the homeless in concentrated housing projects, but not everyone qualifies, and some who do qualify refuse to move in. Alarmingly, the number of homeless seniors has nearly tripled in the past year, with 2/3 of the elderly homeless population over 70, and some over 90. Trusted David, a homeless man from Washington, D.C., shared, "I get food and money from kind people, but I don't want to live like this. I want to find a better place and end this way of living." However, a positive note is that Washington, D.C. has experienced the fastest decline in its homeless population from 2020 to 2023 compared to all the other areas on this list. Number 10. San Francisco, California. San Francisco, an iconic city, is home to approximately 7,082 homeless individuals, making it one of the U.S. cities with the highest homeless populations, despite being globally admired for landmarks such as the Golden Gate Bridge and its proximity to Silicon Valley. The hub of technological innovation, the city faces deep social challenges. Skyrocketing living costs, driven primarily by soaring property values and rent, have made San Francisco one of the most expensive cities in the world. This financial strain has led to a homelessness crisis, creating a stark contrast between the city's wealth and the increasing number of people without shelter. Number 9. Denver, Colorado. Denver, the capital of Colorado, is known for its breathtaking natural beauty and the majestic Rocky Mountains surrounding it. However, the city also faces a serious homelessness issue, with approximately 10,054 homeless individuals currently living there, ranking 5th among us cities facing this issue. According to Denver's officials and homeless service organizations, at least 311 homeless people died in 2024, more than in any previous year. The leading cause of death is drug overdoses. Experts agree that tackling homelessness requires a strong focus on providing housing. However, Colorado is experiencing a severe housing crisis, ranking 7th nationwide in housing shortages with a deficit of around 70,000 apartments. This shortage has led to rising rent and property values, further exacerbating homelessness in Denver. Number 8. Las Vegas, Nevada. According to the latest data in 2024, 8,323 people in San Francisco are experiencing homelessness, with 3,969 sheltered and 4,354 unsheltered. A survey showed the job loss and eviction are leading causes of homelessness in the city. Beneath the bustling streets and skyscrapers of Las Vegas lies a dark network of storm drains stretching for hundreds of kilometers. These tunnels serve as makeshift shelters for more than 1,000 homeless people. Many have created shabby spaces to live using items scavenged from dumpsters. The J, who has been living in the tunnels for over 10 years, describes life underground in Las Vegas as horribly filthy. Jay frequently has his belongings stolen by other homeless individuals, to the point where he no longer sees the point in keeping possessions. The concept of personal property has lost meaning for him. A major hazard these individuals face is the sudden rush of water that floods the tunnels after rainfall. The rainy season in Las Vegas lasts for 3 months, ending in September each year. The tunnels are designed to drain water, quickly reducing street flooding. But this also means that floodwaters can surge rapidly through the tunnels, sometimes without warning. Often the residents cannot hear the approaching water in time to gather their belongings. What do you think of this city? Share your thoughts with me. Number 7. Oakland, California. Now let's turn our attention to Oakland, California, a city just east of the San Francisco Bay. Oakland is renowned for its rich cultural diversity and vibrant creativity, as well as being one of the busiest ports in the world. However, Oakland's allure as a bustling urban hub hides significant social problems, among which homelessness is one of the most pressing challenges. Currently, approximately 9,759 people are living without stable shelter, making Oakland the 7th U.S. city with the highest homeless population. Soaring housing prices have pushed many residents beyond their financial limits, creating a star R between affluent neighborhoods like Piedmont, where luxurious homes line the streets, and areas like East Oakland, where rows of makeshift tents house the homeless. Along sidewalks, a local property manager noted that the sight of RVs parked around apartment buildings often shocks potential renters, making it harder to find available rental properties in the area. Have you visited this city before? Share your thoughts. Number 6. Chicago, Illinois. Currently, around 6,139 residents in Chicago have experienced homelessness in 2023, a figure that has remained nearly unchanged since 2007. Numerous images shared by American media and airport passengers show homeless individuals lying or sitting amid scattered trash at Chicago's airport. Some passengers have also shared their surprise at seeing so many homeless people in the airport. Behind every homeless person in Chicago is a unique story. A homeless man temporarily residing at Gate 2 of Orr Airport shared that he needs surgery after being diagnosed with a lung condition. His difficulties keep mounting while he has yet to come up with the money for surgery. He has also developed pneumonia. Chicago has not even spent all the available funds for addressing homelessness, with $44 million left unspent from the federal pandemic, relief funds for homeless people, and $200 million from the city's budget set aside for homeless relief efforts. Number 5. San Jose, California. San Jose is a clear example of the deepening divide within the city, where thriving developers and struggling residents coexist as the heart of Silicon Valley, and home to tech giants like Apple, Google, and Facebook. San Jose currently has approximately 9,093 homeless individuals, ranking 6th among US cities with the largest homeless populations. Ironically, amidst a city boasting the highest concentration of billionaires in the world, homelessness is on the rise. Living costs, especially housing prices, have skyrocketed, with median home prices frequently exceeding $1 million, making San Jose one of the most expensive housing markets in the country. As a result, many low-income residents, including service workers, teachers, and even public officials, are forced to live far from the city or, in extreme cases, become homeless. This inequality highlights the stark division between Silicon Valley's prosperity and the hardship faced by less fortunate residents. Number 4. Portland, Oregon. The complexity of the homelessness issue is evident in the numbers. As of 2024, thousands of people are living unsheltered on our streets. Homelessness in Portland has risen by 65% from 2015 to 2024, with 6,297 people currently unhoused. During this same period, the city of Portland has spent $1.7 billion on affordable housing development and other services, including creating 4,608 affordable housing units. Despite these efforts, many seeking affordable housing still face years-long waiting lists. The personal challenges faced by those living on the streets also complicate these efforts, especially untreated mental illness and substance abuse. Estimates show that substance abuse affects 58% to 88% of the homeless population. The low cost and widespread availability of fentanyl have made it an increasingly popular drug of choice. Its dangers are evident from record overdoses and the sad reality that fentanyl is now the leading cause of death for individuals under 50. Currently, there are hundreds of unpermitted encampments spread across almost every neighborhood in the city. What do you think of this place? Share your thoughts. Number 3. Eugene, Oregon. Eugene is one of the U.S. cities with the highest per capita homelessness rates, with about 432 out of 100,000 people experiencing homelessness. This complex issue significantly impacts the community. The lack of affordable housing, limited shelter capacity, and scarce mental and behavioral health resources contribute to over 3,000 people in Eugene experiencing homelessness, with more than 2,000 of them unsheltered each night. As of January 2022, around 44%, or 1,182 of the 2,690 homeless adults between ages 25 to 64, were experiencing chronic homelessness overall. 73% of Eugene's homeless population lives without shelter, one of the highest rates in the country. Number 2.0. Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona currently has about 9,642 homeless individuals, placing it among the U.S. cities with the highest homeless populations. While Phoenix is a popular tourist destination with beautiful sights like the Desert Botanical Garden and Camelback Mountain, behind these stunning landscapes lies a troubling reality. Economic inequality and rising living costs are worsening the city's homelessness crisis, which is mainly driven by a severe housing shortage. Many low-income residents struggle to find affordable housing. Additionally, Arizona is facing a severe opioid epidemic, with more than 2,000 state residents dying from opioid overdoses. The rise of fentanyl, a powerful synthetic opioid, is contributing to this crisis. The Arizona Department of Health reports that an average of 5 people die every day from opioid overdoses. This alarming trend complicates the social challenges in Phoenix, exacerbating the public health and housing crises that cities across the country are struggling to address. What do you think of this city? Share your thoughts. Number 1. Sacramento, California. Sacramento, the capital of California, is known for its political role, rich cultural heritage, and beautiful natural scenery. While the city is considered more affordable than other large cities in the state, Sacramento is not immune to the growing homelessness crisis, with around 9,281 people living without housing, despite having a lower cost of living compared to places like San Francisco and Los Angeles. Sacramento still faces a serious housing shortage. This has worsened the social challenges, particularly homelessness, that the city is working to resolve. So we've explored the 15 U.S. cities with the highest homelessness rates. What are your thoughts on the cities I shared? Have you visited any of them? Feel free to comment and let me know. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to like, share.